going on, YouTube? It's our first stream as Into the Dizneyverse. Pretty excited.
Very.
Very excited. Very excited.
Ryan sounds really excited.
You know me.
I think this is the most excited that you've been in the last half century.
That's probably about right.
Which is a reference to our topic for today.
Oh my god, hold on. I gotta mute this.
The progress carousel.
Hey, if you guys are watching this, please don't
There
forget
we
to
go.
subscribe to our channel. This is a new channel. It is not our old. It is his channel. We did not switch the name or anything. So, starting fresh, starting clean, all just Dizneyverse content over on this channel. So, if you haven't already, subscribe. Don't forget to like the video. It helps us a lot. So, if you could just hit that like button, that'd be great.
Yep, that'd be great. And then, stick around because later in the episode we are going to do some giveaways. One's to our Patreon, but another one's going to be to live watchers on YouTube.
Yeah, so when I opened up Streamlabs, I think I told you guys on Monday or Tuesday, and I went to connect YouTube, and I was like, thank you for requesting access to stream on YouTube. We will make the decision in 24 hours. Like, what the? Like,
Yeah, good thing we got that taken care of.
I know. I didn't even know that was a thing.
Let's see.
So I'm going to open YouTube here so that I can see the chat. Oh, my brain is all scrambled today.
Oh, I can actually, in chat on Zoom, if you click that link, it will be just the chat to YouTube, so it doesn't like lag you with the video or anything.
That would be nice.
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
That goes right to our Zoom meeting? Or, no, wait, that one. Okay, I got it. Oh,
You got it?
cool. Oh,
Very cool.
we do have people talking in here. Awesome.
I wanted to see the transition.
Actually, kind of wish I had my second monitor today.
You have a second monitor?
I
Yeah,
do,
well,
but I never use it just because I'm probably going to start using it now with the new stuff that I'm doing with my job. But
Don't
it
you
not
use
really
a laptop?
Is it an
I
external?
do.
Is it an external monitor or is it a?
it is, yeah.
Oh, cool. And I always thought those were pretty cool.
Yeah, it's neat.
It's neat.
Well, I say we give it a few minutes and we can probably start on the show.
Can someone text
what
me
a
the
cool.
password for the Gmail? I thought it was the. Wait.
It's DizHis92.
Try another way. Oh, Alex, can you check your Google Pixel 8, please?
Yeah.
Oh, wait. Are you doing it now?
Google
You got it.
Pixel.
Continue to use you. All right, cool. I'm in.
Actually, if we are waiting to
Access
start in a
is
couple minutes, I might be able to do something for the game here.
Okay. Yeah. Take your time. Take your
Whatever.
time.
You know, we
Anybody have it?
don't have a hard out or
anything?
anything.
Anybody have anything to talk about that's not going to be on the episode that we should talk about beforehand?
No.
Yeah, the history is really long, so if you want to talk about what you did in Disney this week.
History is really short. You mean?
Well-
No, the history is actually long.
It's the Carousel of Progress history. This is the history.
Oh, handwritten? I can't see anything.
Doesn't
I
look-
see
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, I only handwrite the
Hall.
history.
Doesn't look very long. Okay. I didn't do much with Disney. That much with Disney.
I didn't do really anything.
Yeah. I'm hoping to see Deadpool this weekend.
Oh, nice.
Oh, you haven't
What
seen it
is
yet?
going on with you?
What do you mean?
You haven't seen it yet.
No, I have not seen it yet.
Oh, man.
Yeah, I know. I have to edit. I'm gonna edit Expedition Everest. I'm gonna start.
Oh, yeah,
editing it.
Chris, did you listen to that episode?
I have not. No. Is it out?
Okay.
No,
No.
it's not out yet.
Yeah. So.
I haven't even edited it yet.
I just don't know if you decided to
Preemptively
combine the
listen to
audio
it.
tracks on your
Oh,
side. and
absolutely
listen-
not. No,
That
absolutely
seems
not.
a little excessive for Chris.
All right, that's great, because
Absolutely
we're going to be referencing stuff from that episode in here.
Perfect.
So
Perfect. Are we?
I listened to
I
like
don't-
5
well, we
minutes
have
of it
to, right?
live, so.
we do have to talk about Alex's punishment.
Oh, he needs to do that. And Chris
my
I
needs
know,
to
so I'm going to
do-
mention that on this episode
Yikes!
at the beginning, as well as Chris's punishment for not being there.
No, my excuse is validated. I was being. a
It is
distractor.
like our parking at the Philadelphia Museum of Art.
All right, cool.
All right,
Yeah,
I'm gonna go ahead
Alex,
and hit record.
my Streamlabs got the audio
Recording in
no
progress.
problems. I didn't have to do anything.
Nah, mine did not. For some reason.
Do you have a mixer option on your Streamlabs? Does it say Mixer? Because that's where my audio is, under
Yeah, yeah.
Mixer.
Mhm.
And there's two different ones. It says desktop audio, and then it says mic.
Yeah.
But you know what? I might
Mike?
have done this in the
Wait,
past.
Mike's on the show too?
I might have done this in the past.
No, not that one.
But then I even added a Zoom audio, and it still didn't work.
We'll have to hop on a video chat so I can look at your screen sometime.
Yeah, eventually, maybe in a few years.
Maybe in a few years. Maybe when my child's 18. Because maybe you can just
What's-
mock my or,
I'm gonna
or
turn my
clone
fan on
my
real quick here.
settings.
Do 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 do.
The thing I did this week in the world of Disney was I in the Big Ten championship as Oregon, and their mascot used to be Donald Duck, kind of.
Yeah.
It's pretty Disney-ish. I wanted to take a team that hasn't won a national championship that should have won, and then win like 50 of them.
So you're off of TCU now.
No, I'm just taking a break.
Oh.
Just taking a break.
For the
For
summer?
the summer?
Aw.
Jinx.
I didn't hear the context. I just heard that part.
Me too. All right, we ready to rock and roll?
Let's
roll
do
and
it.
rock. All right, everyone good?
Well, if you
Okay,
really
I
were
don't know.
wondering, I had kind of a rough week.
Yeah, it was a rough week. But, you know,
It was for me too.
So just take off tonight.
Yeah, I was about to start there too. I took the breath and everything. Hey, howdy, hey, and welcome to Into the Dizneyverse, episode 10. Big milestone episode for us. Very, very exciting. This is, of course, the podcast where we dive into the world of Disney, past, present, and future. I'm your host, Mags, and I'm joined by my variants, Ryan, Chris, and Alex. That's right, Chris is actually alive. We received incorrect information last week. It turns out Chris is actually still with us, so that means Scott is, in fact, off the show now, and
Yeah,
Chris
he-
is back
he's
in
dead
his
now.
place. Yes. Alex, how was your week?
Good. Been a good week. Been a good week.
Happy to hear that. You do anything fun?
Not really. It's been rainy due to weather in Florida.
Yeah,
But,
weather
you
would
know,
make
rainy,
it
it's
rain.
been rainy, yeah, due to weather.
Yes. So not really, but hanging out.
That's fair. Ryan, how about you?
I'm good. I what did I do this week? I watched Mickey and the Mouse play some what's that game they're playing? Kingdom Hearts.
Oh yeah, still doing that.
Yes. Yeah, they're still doing
Nice.
that, and I'm having a blast watching them do that.
Awesome.
You know, I'm in the chat always stirring the pot and starting crap, but yeah, that was pretty much all I did this week.
All right. That's pretty good. Pretty light week. Now, Chris, our Lazarus on the show. Welcome back from the dead. What was
Thank
it like
you.
being dead?
Yeah, well, it was weird. It was warm. I rose like a phoenix.
I bet it was warm.
Like the Phoenix Force. And yeah, you know what brought me back to life was getting my Roosevelt's shipment in today. I got this cool Kermit the Frog hat.
Wait,
along with
Roosevelt?
my-
Like, which of the
Muppet-
Roosevelts? FDR or Theodore Roosevelt?
Actually, the company is named after Theodore Roosevelt, so you're half
Ah,
right. Yeah, you
nice.
are unfortunately
Nice.
right. Yeah, so I got my
TR.
Muppets shirt that I posted in the Discord asking because I was conflicted on which Muppets shirt to get. I did get the obnoxious one with all the characters, so that came in today, and along with the hat. So pretty. I listen, when a Roosevelt's box shows up at the door, very exciting.
Mhm.
Chris,
Now-
I did do something Disney Kermit themed. I sent you a video earlier today. You didn't see it yet.
I
but
didn't.
It was
Now I'm excited that it was.
it was Kermit themed. It was me using a Kermit doll. I could put my hand in and move the mouth. And my
That's
son
called a puppet.
puppet. Well, it's not a Muppet, but yeah, it's a puppet. And my son performing wrestling moves on it. and just going
Oh, I'm so sad I didn't see that yet. And my
No.
daughter was just crying like an hour and a half ago. I could have watched it with her to calm her down.
Kermit. I don't know if you want to watch it with her. She loves
That's a little
Kermit.
violent for her.
Yeah, I don't think I hope she wants to see Kermit get destroyed.
She loves the color of Kermit. So the more he moves, the better.
Is that why you're wearing that shirt?
Yes. No.
Yeah, Chris is just now always wearing green.
I just always,
Just wears green
I just
constantly now.
always wear green. Yeah.
Your baby seems to love you. What's your trick? I wear green.
Green. It's green. Max.
Now, I've got a trick for you, Alex.
Oh.
Something else that you didn't do this week in Disney, but you're going to be doing this upcoming week in Disney. During our last episode of Into the Disneyverse, you lost our game, Lost in Translation. You were indeed lost in translation when you named a whopping 0 disco songs translated from English to Nepali to Chinese and back to English. So, therefore, our Patreon members offered up some suggestions of disco songs for you to lip sync to, and we ended up discussing amongst ourselves. We chose the song Mamma Mia by ABBA. So you're going to be lip syncing to 1 full minute of Mamma Mia. You're going to be posting that first into our Discord, and then after that, we're going to be putting it on our social media. So you have a 1 week effective starting now. Go ahead and get that video configured. And Chris, you weren't here last week, which means you didn't have a chance to play, which means you also got a whopping 0 disco lyrics correct.
Ooh,
so you're also going to be performing a lip sync of Mamma Mia this week.
Oh no, absolutely not. No, stop the count. I
miss Scott.
That would be a reward for me. So I could not do. I could not do that because it's a.
Well,
punishment.
if it's a reward, then you shouldn't have any issues performing it. Just channel Deadpool during Bye Bye Bye.
Whoa! Spoiler alert!
Spoiler alert!
Oh, yeah, I forgot you guys spoiled it last week. You know, it doesn't even feel like I took a week off because we peeling back the curtain recorded twice last week.
No, what are you talking about?
Don't break the
Like I
magic.
took a week off. It's like September 15th right now. We're so far ahead in recording.
I'm in
September
Disney
15th,
right
2025.
now. Actually, I'm back from Disney right now.
So we look forward to seeing those disco videos from both of you. Go ahead and check out our social media at Dizneyverse. As a reminder, that's Dizneyverse on Instagram to see those 2 videos posted at some point. Those should be posted by the time this episode drops. So
yeah, for sure. It's definitely be posted by the time this
absolutely.
episode drops. Unless I postpone my video to make sure the production is higher than normal.
Ooh.
I thought you were going to say to make sure it releases after Expedition Everest
Remember,
releases.
my
so it's not spoiled.
brother-in-law is a videographer. College for
my
film.
God.
Oh yeah,
So-
Jerry.
Oh,
That's
okay.
right.
So, yeah, let's do that.
So if I
Come
feel
on.
inspired,
Hair and makeup and everything.
you never. Hey, I could do it.
You don't got a whole lot of hair. So.
No, but also I wanted to let everybody know as well that if you are listening to this, you're going to be there probably right before it starts. But you should join our Patreon, and from there, you should definitely join our Fantasy Football League. If you join it and win the league, you'll get a free shirt for Dizneyverse. So definitely, if you have a chance, please go and for little as $2, join our Patreon, get into our Discord, hang out with everybody, and then join our Fantasy League.
What if one of us win, Alex?
Then
We're all one team.
no, I don't know. Maybe we'll see how many people join.
Okay.
But yeah, if one of us win, then I don't know. Maybe
Give it to like the next person in line.
No, you just win a shirt. You have to buy me a shirt.
I buy myself a shirt. Sold.
All right. Now, I do want to say one thing as well, since I didn't really talk about my week in Disney. Been watching a lot more of the Bad Batch, 1 episode left of season 1. It would be a really, really good show if not for the character Omega, who absolutely is horrifying. Disney, or mostly just Star Wars animation, loves to have a really annoying kid in each of their shows. Like Ahsoka at the beginning of the Clone Wars. Horrible. Ezra in the beginning of Rebels, who at least has Kanan to kind of talk some sense into him. Kaz in Resistance. And Omega is just the most annoying character I've ever found. So Bad Batch would be... It's a good show. It'd be even better without that self-righteous child who has no business being anywhere near Star Wars.
Wow, that's how you really feel.
That's interesting.
You know how I really feel? I really feel that if you want to go ahead and book the best Disney vacation possible, who should you check out, Ryan?
You can check out Nick from Sandpiper Vacations, or anybody from Sandpiper Vacations for that matter.
That's right. Now, Chris, what is Sandpiper Vacations?
Travel agency that specializes in Disney vacations and cruises. They do a little bit of everything, but if you really want a really good Disney vacation, you're going to want to reach out to them.
Mm-hmm. And Alex, I know your price is really important to you. How much does it cost to use Sandpiper Vacations?
I think they give you something, like they actually pay you enjoy.
Oh, I was waiting on a check.
No, they don't pay you in a check. They pay you enjoy, but you pay nothing. which is my favorite thing ever.
It's a fantastic, fantastic deal. Check out sandpipervacations.com. Let them know that Into the Dizneyverse sent you, and we're very proud to be sponsored by them. If you want to make progress on your next vacation, check out Sandpiper Vacation. But we're going to make progress in this episode discussing, what is it, gentlemen?
The Carousel of
Progress.
Thunder Mountain.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, wait.
That was painful. That was very painful. All right, let's try that again. On three,
Okay,
gentlemen.
all right,
Ready? Today we're discussing on three. 1, 2, 3.
The progress of
Carousel of
Carousel.
Progress.
There is not a great big beautiful tomorrow for the three of you tomorrow. But there is for the people listening to this episode, because we're discussing the Carousel of Progress. Ryan,
We
what
are?
would you rate the Carousel of Progress
out
of 10 Walt Disneys? What would you
of
rate?
10 Waltz. That's a good.
Out of 10
I
Waltz.
was just watching it, so it's a little fresh in my mind. I'd give it an 8. I'd give it a solid.
That's pretty
8.
good.
Yeah,
That's pretty good.
It's a lot of. I enjoy. I love the song. I love
Mm-hmm.
the AC. I love the moving theater. There's
Mhm.
not really a whole lot I don't like about it.
It's fantastic. Yob, what about you?
I'd say like a 7.2.
7.2.
7.2.
I'm marking these down
Yeah.
in our scores
Yeah.
of stuff.
It's our permanent record.
Taking
Yes.
the historic aspect of the show and kind of the innovation of it, given the date that it was made, I think 7.2 is pretty fair.
That's pretty low for you. I feel
Yeah,
like.
it's not
That
my
does feel like a low
it's
yobber.
not my favorite. I was between like a 6.8 and a 7.2, but I had to give it that magic 0.4 and give it the 7.2 because I don't think it deserves a 6, but I don't think it deserves an 8 either. So I'm right at the low 7.2 area. It's not the greatest thing in the world. It's not, but you got to respect it.
What if it had Muppets in it?
Then it would probably get a couple magic points.
Yeah, probably 9.
Any parody
9.5.
of any Disney attraction will get a couple extra points.
I'm just saying. I'm not saying I'd love it, but I'm not saying I'd hate a land that's just Muppets and is just recreating other rides in other parks.
Yes,
Yeah.
exactly.
I'd
I
wait
mean, I wouldn't
longer.
hate it. I wouldn't hate it.
I'd love it. I'd just spend my whole day there.
It's
Just one part of Epcot. You know?
yeah.
It's Muppet.
Oh,
Muppet.
not Epcot.
Mupcot.
Yeah, you have a
Mupcot,
A
Alex.
pavilion.
a pavilion, a Muppet pavilion, and it just has 5 or 6 rides. that are
Oh
just
man,
recreations.
don't get me started.
All right, Alexander, what say you?
Whoa, use my legal name.
I am using your legal
Wow.
name because this is a legal attraction. And how many Walt Disneys do you legally give it?
So, I like the ride. I actually enjoy this ride. Like, I like stopping and going on it because it's first off, it's almost always a walk on, which I love.
Yeah.
You get out of the heat, you rest your feet, which I love. It's history, which I like. I love, like Ryan said, I love the way you move around the sets. Like, that's
yeah,
a cool
it's
aspect.
really cool.
It's very unique. So, and I was shocked when Chris gave it a 7.2 because I'm going to give it a 7.5.
Wow.
Whoa!
Wow. Very close.
Whoa.
Alexander has a higher score than Christopher.
Very
That's
close.
crazy.
Wow.
Yeah, that's why I was very
That's
shocked
crazy.
when I heard him say 7.2.
I'm really like sometimes I get like regret about my scores. I'm at peace with my 7.2. I really
Because,
am.
like, if someone's like, oh, you want to do Carousel of Progress? Yeah, of course. And then someone's like, hey, we're tight on time. You want to cut Carousel of Progress? Sure.
And you never take someone if you want to impress them. Like you got to see this thing. You know what I mean? Like their first
Yeah, I
time at
know.
Disney, don't know anything about Disney World, right?
No.
Know nothing about the history of the parks or anything. You're not
They
going to
have-
be like, hey, you got to see this. Like this
They
is
have
the
one
I don't know,
day
I
in
think-
Magic Kingdom.
I
You're
think it'd
probably
be-
missing it.
I think it'd be a cool place to take someone for a date. Just saying.
You
Weird
would.
date ideas, man.
Mags, what about you? What do you?
I would give it a 3 squared. 9.
9. Okay,
9.
Don't
that's
do
a
math.
that's
Yeah,
that's a,
Thanks for doing that math. for
Confuse me.
I did not know the type for a second.
I love this attraction. I think that the voice acting is phenomenal. I love moving between the scenes. I love how the song changes between the scenes, so you get different styles for each time period. It's history, but it is in itself historical. It's a wonderful attraction that teaches you something, but also gives you this incredible experience. And I don't think I could go to Walt Disney World without going on the Carousel of Progress.
Wow.
Okay.
I think that is you hit it on the mark. It is a historic ride that's also historical because it is a historical ride
Yeah.
in itself, and I can't wait for them to update it.
Well, don't hold your breath. You're going to find out when the last time there was a huge update was, and it was before I was born. So
that doesn't say
I think
much.
12 years ago.
Yeah.
Before we move on, I just want to. I think our average score on this is very fair. Our average score between the four of us is a 7.925.
Wow.
Right on the cusp of an 8, but not quite. I think that's very fair. Whether you love or hate the ride, I think that's a very fair rating for it.
I'd say so.
Are we calling this a ride?
Attraction.
You do. No, but you're right.
it's certainly an attraction.
Yeah, it's definitely an attraction. Is it a ride? I mean, you do
move
from
It is
one
a
place
ride,
to another,
technically.
right?
If someone could get motion sickness while on it.
I mean, you could get motion sickness in the tiki room, but it's not a ride.
I got it on my bed the other day. I got motion sick.
Tough to be a bug. You could get motion sickness. The thing's poking you in the back. If you're like really short,
they poke you in the back.
Sorry, I'm sorry. I don't get motion sickness. Period. So sorry. I underestimated motion sickness.
I'm at the wrong
I don't know.
attraction.
I've also never gotten motion sickness.
My wife gets it if I scroll through videos too fast when I'm looking for movies to watch.
That's just because she wants you to pick a movie. That's not really motion sickness.
Yeah.
That's Alex sickness.
You know who wasn't experiencing sickness? Walt
Your
Disney
mom?
in the late 1950s, because
Actually,
in the late
fact check, not true. I'm pretty sure he was,
He got
he
sick
was dying.
mid-60s.
he died in 1967.
All right, well, it's probably something going on back then.
was
Anyway.
no,
brewing.
I
66.
digress.
He died in December of 66. So this was a decade before that.
Hmm.
What do you mean? There's no about it.
I think something's probably brewing. He's a chain smoker.
Well, you know what else was brewing? Disneyland was brewing up with unprecedented success after its opening in 1955. And
True.
it brought Disney's company to a whole new level. Now, there's a guy, Walt Disney. He was the founder of the Walt Disney Company. And
I've
with
heard of
all
him.
with all the success of Disneyland, he wanted to expand its smallest land. At this time, Disneyland had 5 lands. Adventureland had big attractions like Jungle Cruise that really drew people in. You had lands like Frontierland with the Mine Train, Three Natures Wonderland. Fantasyland had a vast array of different attractions there. And Tomorrowland had the cars and the Astro Orbiter, so it had at least something. Main Street USA really didn't have a lot, though. And because of that, Walt Disney was looking to expand that land to draw more people to it. He wanted to add 2 main additions. One was called International Street, and the other Edison Square. Edison Square was supposed to have a show called Harnessing the Lighting. It was going to be hosted by a robotic man named Wilbur K. Watt, and the show was supposed to demonstrate the evolution of electricity in families' lives ranging from the late 1800s to present day, the 1950s back then. There would be different scenes in different time periods, so audiences would walk from one scene, so one time period, to the next. So they would walk from scene to scene, and they started to talk with General Electric, or GE, as a sponsor of this potential attraction in Edison Square.
I think I'm starting to pick up what you're laying down here, Mags. I see the inspiration. I see the different scenes. I see Disney saying, why would we make these people walk when we can move them slowly and carefully? So I'm kind of starting to kind of starting to see how this fits into the Carousel progress. Now let's rewind a little bit more, having nothing to do with the history, but having something to do with what you said. So there was 5 lands. Real quick, rapid answers. What's your favorite land of the 5? Mine's Frontierland. Alex.
Space.
Ryan.
That's not
Land?
space. Space is not a land.
Future.
Oh my
Future
God.
land.
No, future.
Tomorrowland.
Oh my God.
Tomorrowland.
How do
You know what I
How do you
meant.
boot somebody out of a Zoom meeting?
I was going to
know
say, how
what
did you
I
pass
meant.
the interview?
It's because I interview you guys.
Wow.
We're going to do a hostile takeover for this podcast?
Oh, we might have to.
Tomorrowland. You know what I meant.
What space?
What is your job? Beach?
Ryan.
Adventureland.
Mags.
I would also go Adventureland.
I'd love to have a discussion between you two on Ryan's Do Disney on maybe what your favorite and why yours is better than the other one. That would be fun.
But
Didn't they just say Adventureland?
They're both the same.
I actually zoned out. I had no idea what your answers were.
Jeez, can you guys keep up tonight? Is that all right?
This is
I'm
rough.
still
Ryan
focusing
and
on
I
space.
are extremely in sync tonight too, which makes it so much worse for Chris and Alex.
Oh yeah.
It's not cool at all.
Sorry, I'm out of my
Oh, wait.
rhythm after taking a week
Yeah.
off.
Well,
Mhm.
who's the idiot now?
Coming back from the dead. How close is a mirror to you, Ryan?
I don't have one in this room. I don't keep them in
I
my
don't
house.
blame you.
I don't have a reflection.
Well, much like Chris last week, the idea for Edison Square was scrapped. The technology was not deemed possible, and therefore it never happened. If you go to Disneyland now, you're not going to see Edison Square there. Don't try looking around for it. It's not going to be there.
I looked. It's not there.
Very, very sad. Now we're going to fast forward a little bit. Our carousel of time rotates to 1964. Anyone know what was happening in 1964?
The Beatles
No
were just
idea.
about to break up.
World's Fair.
Hmm?
Huh? The Beatles?
Yes. What did you say, Chris?
The Beatles were just about to break up. The nation was mourning the loss of a president. What else happened, Mags?
LBJ. Vietnam was starting up.
Yeah, what
Okay.
else?
Oh, that's not fun.
I think the World's Fair was also going on.
There was
too.
a World's Fair.
I did-
Yeah, there was a World's Fair in New York. That's right,
How convenient.
New York. And so Walt Disney and his team of Imagineers were working on a variety of different attractions. Anyone know any of those attractions?
Space.
Space.
Boat.
Small World.
Yep. Small
Rotate.
world.
Rotate.
Mr.
Carousel of
Lincoln.
Progress.
Yeah, Great Moments with Mr. Lincoln. I heard Carousel of Progress in there. And,
I know
this
the
one
last
stumped Ryan. You do know
I
this
know
one,
it.
right?
I know it. Is it World of Motion?
Oh, no!
No.
Not
What was World of
No.
Motion? What was the one with the Ford?
Wasn't it Cars? Something with
Oh,
Cars?
that was, no, wait. It was
Autopia or
Ford.
whatever. it is.
No.
No, Ford
Not
sponsored
Autopia.
small.
Ford's Magic Skyway.
Yes, that's it.
Wasn't it
Ford's
Ford's Magic
Magic
Sky? Oh, yeah.
Yeah, which was the inspiration for World of Motion. So you did get
That's
that
why I
right.
said that.
Yeah, sure.
And it was
Yeah.
also the
Act like I'm
inspiration for the
stupid. You
people
say
who
it.
made it.
half credit at
Sure.
least.
Mhm.
Well, this doesn't count for points. The game is later.
Oh,
Damn. I get half
Well,
a point.
With Disney doing all these things for the World's Fair, GE remembered that they talked to Disney about a potential attraction in the past, and so they approached Disney about creating a show for their pavilion. And GE's like, hey, we're going to fund this entire thing for you. And Walt's like, man, free money? Let's make it happen.
yeah.
So he dusts off the idea of harnessing the lighting, and he discusses the idea with GE executives at the time. And the executives were very, very interested in this idea. Now, back with harnessing the lightning, it was decided that a robot person really wasn't very possible at the time. The animatronics present in Jungle Cruise, for example, or Mine Train Through Nature's Wonderland were very, very early, very primitive. But since that time, the Enchanted Tiki Room had come about. And that completely changed the way that Disney was doing audio animatronics. Plus, they had already developed a very sophisticated animatronic of Abraham Lincoln for a great moment, Mr. Lincoln, for the Illinois Pavilion at the New York World's Fair. So as a result, they decided to take that technology, expand it, and perfect it with many more audio animatronics for this new show. These animatronics would be their stars and their performers, and they brought this idea to a couple of Imagineers. This team would be led by Roger E. Broggie and Bob Gurr. And that- Yeah,
I love
Bob Gurr, big name, especially on social media these days. He's still doing a
he's
lot on
all
social
over
media.
the place.
Is he really?
Oh yeah. I feel like he was
Yeah, oh,
born
yeah.
in like 1853.
I was gonna say,
He's
Still
91
alive?
years old, I believe.
yeah,
Yeah.
you'd never
Wow.
know it.
Yeah.
You'd never know it.
That's crazy.
He's got his
But
first tattoo a couple years ago. Dead serious. Right here. So when he wears an unbuttoned shirt, you can see it. It's of the Matterhorn.
I can't.
No
Right,
way.
yeah.
I gotta look
Bro.
that up.
You
Yeah.
are
Oh,
being
dead serious.
I've
I'm
never
de-
seen
oh yeah,
this.
no, I'm dead serious. He got a
Yes.
tattoo right. So when he's wearing an unbuttoned shirt, you can see it. It's of the Matterhorn bobsled.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah,
Wow,
that's totally
am-
true.
That's
Yeah,
amazing.
Yeah.
Did
I'll find
they
it.
That Mr. Lincoln was in Illinois.
I believe it was the
Pavilion?
Illinois Pavilion, yeah.
That's
I don't know if you guys can. Yeah, you guys can hear me. Just give me 1 second. I don't know what's going on here. My Zoom crashed or something. Type in the chat if you can hear me. I think there's like a surge or something. Okay, here we go. Can you guys hear me, the chat? Okay. Cool. Yeah, something happened. I don't know what happened. There's like, you guys can see there's a weird thing going on here. We'll figure it out. I don't know, my Zoom's crashing, my computer just kind of, my mixer kind of flashed and the audio stopped working. Yeah, I can't hear them either.
Pennsylvania,
That
Texas,
was a lot.
United
Oh,
States,
wow.
West
Pay
Virginia,
attention to anything that
Wisconsin.
you just said. Heard Texas.
I didn't hear
We're
North
busy
Carolina.
doing other stuff.
I also didn't hear Ohio, though.
Yeah,
Yeah,
So
well,
that's
we
very
have other
sad.
things. Can
My-
you?
Viva Las Vegas.
My audio, my Zoom almost just crashed. I had the audio.
Okay.
I lost complete audio from you guys. The stream could hear me, but not you guys. Zoom.
Right.
I don't know what happened.
Are we
the
back
audio-
though?
Yeah. Now we're back.
Okay.
Now we're back. Yep.
Luckily, that part wasn't very important.
No, you just named 15 states.
Yes. I'm good at naming states.
I bet you
Gosh.
are.
You're that kid. I can name all the capitals.
I used to be able to. Now that I've been
I
traveling
guarantee
more,
you can.
I can
know
name
you can.
most of them. I probably could if we tried hard enough.
You could even do Puerto Rico.
If
I'm
we-
sure.
Yeah. It's a royal we. I'm
I
very
don't know
royal.
any of them.
Well, Roger and Bob didn't like the idea of walking from scene to scene that was originally part of harnessing the lighting. So they designed a carousel style theater that would move around a circle with different scenes forming different segments of that circle. They decided that this would also help to save timing so that guests wouldn't have to walk from place to place and therefore they could be in and out more quickly. They ended up hiring on Rex Allen, a musical cowboy actor, kind of the discount version of Roy Rogers, if you will. He voiced the father and was also the narrator of the attraction. And two guys that you may or may not have heard of, Richard and Robert Sherman, wrote the music. Specifically, one song that is considered one of the most iconic Disney songs of all time. It would end up being Walt Disney's favorite song
Good old
as
Zippity
well.
Doodah.
Yep.
It would be a song to bridge the scene transitions together, and it was called "There's a Great Big Beautiful Tomorrow." In fact,
I thought it was Be Prepared.
What?
Yeah, it's not Zippity Doodah.
no, that's
Oh.
that's the Boy Scout
Oh.
theme song.
I was confused for a
Oh.
second there. I forgot you were being serious.
Yes. So Richard and Robert, interestingly, said that they wrote the song based on Walt's enthusiasm for constantly moving forward. Anyone who's seen Meet the Robinsons knows that there's that keep moving forward quote throughout the whole movie that at the end they talk about is from Walt Disney. And they ended up considering it Walt's theme song. Many people know that the Carousel of Progress would be considered Walt Disney's favorite attraction, and so this song especially was very important to him.
Yeah, yeah. I have a question really fast before we move
Yeah.
forward. So this was before Omnimovers, right? So do you think if Omnimovers had already been invented, do you think this ride would be an Omnimover ride?
Ooh.
Technically, at the World's Fair, there were Omnimovers.
Mm-hmm.
There
The
were?
Omnimover, yeah,
Yeah,
Ford's
that's
Magic
kind of
Skyway.
where it started.
What was it?
Ford's Magic Skyway.
Ford's Magic Skyway. Okay,
No,
that was the Omnimover before Omnimovers.
Yeah,
Yeah, Alex.
The
I
first
think
official
that was
Omnimover
that was
attraction?
the first technical Omnimover.
Okay.
I think that maybe he just wanted to do something so different, and that's kind of it just makes sense because they had a problem with walking from scene to scene. How do you fix that?
Yeah.
This is the solution. So I don't know about the Omnimovers, but do we ever? Before I go on because we don't have the history up here, so I don't want to spoil it if we because it's not in the quick facts.
He didn't
Facts
update
of
it.
urgency. Do we
God.
talk about any rides that were inspired by Carousel of Progress at all?
Well, there is one in the Quick Facts. So I guess or the
It's not
Facts
quick
of
fire,
Urgency.
quick fast.
Facts of Urgency.
Ah!
Yeah, no,
I'm not
this-
gonna
edit
yell
this
in a
all out.
hotel room again.
yeah,
I'm
no,
gonna cut it. Don't worry.
this is not in there. So it's funny because through a very extensive 30-second Google search, I found rides that were inspired by the Carousel of Progress, like the not the ride itself, but the ride vehicle. I guess, the Carousel, if you will.
Okay.
And not Millennium Falcon, Smuggler's Run,
Smuggler's Run.
is inspired by that. How they load and unload people, they spin them on a carousel. So you get into your pod, and it kind of, when you do the ride, it spins it. And if you ever watched Behind the Attraction, it shows how it's done. You can find
Wait,
it on
what?
YouTube too. How people are loaded and unloaded on Smuggler's Run. There's a bunch of different rides going on at the same time.
There's like 28 different.
Oh,
Yeah,
I
but
didn't
it's on.
actually
It's on.
cockpit.
I'll use this Eggo
Yeah.
waffle. You get on, and then
Uh-huh.
it loads to the next person. They get on. It loads to the
Oh.
next person. So they're in this like
I didn't even know
circular.
that.
Yeah, they're in this circular thing, just like Carousel of Progress. So they drew inspiration of the how do we solve this problem of people essentially, and that's how they did it.
How do we solve the problem?
How do we
How do we solve
solve
this
a problem
people
like
problem?
The problem we created.
I feel like Disney, has solved the problem of people like
Well,
dozens of
Disney
times.
wanted a lot of walk-through attractions.
They thought they did.
They thought they did, and then they're like,
Yeah.
no, we shouldn't trust people to walk.
Yeah, we cannot trust people to walk.
We can't have people walking.
And you know what's really funny is Scott, who was on last week, he
Who?
FaceTimed me when he was in a walking attraction in Disneyland, which was the inside of the castle, and it was really, really cool. But there was
Yeah.
like no one in there. So it's like people don't even want to walk.
I don't walk, dude.
Like
No.
they like
Who wants to walk?
That's the
Yeah.
thing. It's like you could
Give me a
either
mobility scooter, and I'll make
yeah.
a Omni mover out of the thing.
So yeah, just interesting because he was so far ahead of his time. It's like, he realized even when there was people, I guess, were in much more better shape than they were today. It's like, no, one day it's not going to be like this. I got to stop with the walking attractions.
I'm going to slightly play devil's advocate
All right,
here.
let's hear it.
I think maybe, I don't know for a fact, right? I'm not Walt Disney, believe it or not, but
Oh,
maybe one of the reasons why they wanted walkthroughs is because you were paying per attraction at that point because you had to pay for different
It's
tickets.
true, you were.
So therefore, if you have a father like Alex who comes into the park and he's like, I'm not spending the money for so many e-tickets.
no,
I want them. We got to get rid of this B ticket here. Well, a walkthrough would be, say, maybe like a C ticket if it was a really good
Oh,
walkthrough.
I see what you're
versus
saying.
a ride would like the Carousel of Progress would probably be like an e-ticket or something like
Yeah,
that.
that's a good point. That's a good point. Yeah, because
I'll
you
buy
can't
one
really,
e-ticket and we'll all share it.
you're not doing any. You're not charging a lot of money for a walk-through attraction. It's a good point.
Now, the Carousel of Progress opened to major success at the World's Fair. The attraction was originally called Progress Land. And anyone want to guess how many people could enter into the attraction every 4 minutes?
I'm gonna
is it
say
Progress Land?
24, 24.
All right.
Wait, what'd you say?
How many people could go on the attraction per 4 minutes?
What attraction?
Progress Land.
What
bro.
do you mean? What attraction?
I was confused by the sentence you said.
Oh, this episode's on the Carousel of Progress.
I know, but you said Progress Land, which threw me off.
Yeah, that was what it was called back then.
Yeah.
Okay, so before they actually made it, when they were just designing
No, at the
No.
World's Fair.
This is at the World's Fair.
at the World's Fair.
Yeah.
Okay.
So like Meg
I
said,
thought
at the
that I was
World's Fair,
explaining things poorly, but clearly Chris and Ryan are understanding this.
Okay.
So simple.
Okay. Ryan, what is your answer?
I'm gonna go with 32.
32.
horrible guess.
Okay.
Why is that hurl?
I just
Alex?
don't like
It's a number.
it's way too many.
I'm going to say it is 33.
Oh gosh.
All right, in the chat, Miguel says 35. Miguel's the closest. It was actually 200.
What? Wait,
Every
what?
200 people.
That's
could
so
walk
many
the
people.
attraction every 4
Oh,
minutes.
that's crazy. I said
And it-
240.
But wait, it gets better. They
It
would have lines that would stretch more than an hour long.
No way.
Which means that 200 people for every 4 minutes, and you would still wait an hour to get on to the attraction.
Holy cannoli.
Wow, they solve people.
Was
Hold
the
on,
World's
meatballs.
Fair really that bad?
No, it was Disney.
No, but think about it.
It's that
Think of the
this
hype.
was that good.
Think of the hype.
They
You
didn't
wrote
know
it-
audio animatronics back then. This
Oh.
was
So
one
it's
of
like
the first time they see audio animatronics. They
They would
didn't
think it's
have
real people.
music back in the 60s. This was the first time they heard music. They didn't know other people.
They
didn't know
just
history.
discovered
Just-
fire.
Exactly.
They
Look
thought
at
it was
that.
real people moving really weird.
yeah, when you
And
put
then
it
they were
that
told,
way.
that's not a real person. That's a robot. Like, oh my God.
It gives me a throwback to the Great Movie Ride when the tour guide tries to act like one of the audio animatronics
They
in
sit
the
there
Raiders
with
of the
their
Lost
arms up
Ark.
like this, staring at the wall.
You know, what if you made a deal with the U.S. government, just made everybody who did that maybe enlist after they wrote it?
They probably made you on the way out.
It's a really good time for that.
Yeah.
This
They
is
checked
true.
your draft card.
A lot of people.
Weirdly enough, the attraction had a second level. So after you would go through the attraction, you would ride up to the second level on like an escalator,
Oh.
and then you would see a post show that had a bunch of GE stuff on the top of the building.
I thought you meant
so,
they like kicked it up a notch, like they took it to the next level. But they had a literal next like second level.
yeah, a literal second
Ah.
level that you would head up to. Pretty awesome. Now, the Carousel of Progress was, of course, split into 6 segments. You had the introduction, you had the Valentine's Day of the 1900s, Independence Day for the 1920s, Halloween for the 1940s, Christmas in the 1960s, present day back then, and then, of course, the exit. However, the attraction closed when the fair closed, but Walt Disney loved these attractions that were so popular, and so he decided to bring as many of them to Disneyland as he could. Of course, It's a Small World was now in Disneyland, Great Moments with Mr. Lincoln, and what would now be referred to as the Carousel of Progress. It would reopen in Tomorrowland at Disneyland, not space, but Tomorrowland in Disneyland on July 2nd, 1967, and it was pretty much identical to the original. It was part of the new Tomorrowland expansion that they had there, and GE decided to continue their sponsorship. So
Nice.
the really only major difference that they had was the 1960s scene, that penultimate scene there, technically the final scene with the animatronics, was updated a little bit with new technology, and then there was a new voice for the mother. Probably the biggest difference was that the post show on the second level now featured Progress City. Progress City was, of course, based on that Epcot model in that one video where Walt Disney is like, this is what we call an Epcot. That's the Progress City.
That was a
Pretty
terrible
much.
Walt Disney.
Really
Is that
good
Giles
Walt
Garman?
impression.
No, he's
coming
not
through
here
already.
yet. It is his time period that we're discussing. One of his
Yeah.
time periods. So,
Mags,
he's with us forever.
I read
But it's
something.
interesting. One last thing on that
Go ahead.
tomorrow Progress City before we finish out here. So interestingly, they had a little presentation about it and what was there. So it would be narrated by the mother, the father, and the dog from the attraction.
The mother, the father, and the
The
dog.
dog.
Rover.
Mags, I read this somewhere online. I just want to see if it's true or not. So, to transport an attraction like this from New York City all the way back to California, is it true
Ridiculous.
that they just took the Carousel of Progress, put it on its side, and just rolled it there?
That's what I
No.
heard.
No,
Oh.
it's actually all right. This is a really weird tangential thing that I didn't bring up in what I did in Disney because I didn't really think it was Disney, but apparently now it connects. So I went up to Detroit's Greenfield Village where Henry Ford, I guess going back to Ford here, moved a whole bunch of different buildings from American history. So the Wright brothers' childhood home was moved from Ohio to up there. Some of Edison's buildings were moved there. So a bunch of buildings were moved there. And so I was asking the people there, like, hey, how did they move the buildings here? Well,
Yeah.
they took the buildings apart and rebuilt it there.
Mm,
And that's basically what happened with the Carousel of Progress as well.
It's
mm.
crazy. It's crazy.
So, another question to you. So, the second level was GE. So, it was like you have this cool animatronics, and then, like, was the second level like the latest in like washing machine?
Yeah.
Essentially.
So, it was like a
If you
trade
think
show
about-
essentially for them?
I mean, think about the post shows in a lot of the Epcot pavilions, especially way back when the it was kind of like the test track.
Okay, that
post show.
makes sense. Like with just model cars and with model,
Yeah, like it was
like way
yeah,
less
like,
exciting, like model like light bulb
Mhm.
and dishwasher.
Yeah.
Light bulbs are very
Mhm.
exciting. I
Oven.
think.
I'm a big fan of light bulbs.
So here is the latest and brightest in bulbs, and it's just like you walk through a light bulb section. It's basically like IKEA. Was the second floor is IKEA?
Again, who spends time in the post shows in Epcot back when those were?
Were you stuck in the attraction though, or were you walking through it? Like, what were you? Was
It's
it
like a gift shop.
Was
You
it?
had to walk through it.
So you're not rotating through the GE.
I don't
trade
think
show.
so.
No.
They kept you
Okay,
strapped
could you?
down and
That's
made
what I
you buy-
thought. Like, could you imagine? It's like you rotate through Carousel of Progress. It's this beautiful thing. Then it rotates you up to the second one, and it's just silence, and you're just rotating through.
Just
They're
you
like
staring at a washing
like,
machine.
like an oven.
like the garden
Yeah.
grill at
We
Epcot?
will release you when you buy this
Yes.
oven.
It's the garden grill. Staring at a
Garden
house.
grill, the
Garden grill.
except it just moves really quickly every 4 minutes. You're standing there, and then you're like, "Whoa!" Everyone falls down all at once.
Thank you for clearing that up. I was very confused about that. Didn't sound very. It didn't sound very second level.
Well, you know what else wasn't second level? The attendance at the attraction in the 1970s. People stopped going to it.
That's crazy.
So-
What?
They're like, this is so
200
busy.
people every 4 minutes, and then
Yeah.
they move it. They're like, no, we ain't going.
Like I
Couple
saw
years later,
this.
they're like, nah.
Like I probably saw this on YouTube or the newspaper, whatever they did back then. Like I saw this in the
YouTube.
newspaper.
Mm.
I saw
And
this
of course,
exists. So
yeah. And you know who wasn't happy about people not going to this attraction and not seeing their products?
GE?
Ding, ding, ding. So
Ah.
GE goes up to Disney. And at this point, Walt Disney's dead, right? And the people in the company are kind of
so he was
scrambling.
dying.
Well, this is
Yelling at his grave.
1971 right now. So GE goes to Disney and is like, hey, I would love for you to move this somewhere where you actually get tourists. And Disney's like, well, we're opening up this new park called the Magic Kingdom in Florida. We're going to get a lot of people from other places there. And GE is like, bet, move the attraction to Florida. And so it's moved to Florida.
Wait, what?
And what do you mean, what?
They
I
rolled
didn't,
it
know
down.
that, I didn't know this information.
Yeah, they rolled it down to
Oh,
Florida.
yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, I thought you were saying
I-
what? Like I wasn't making sense to you.
Oh,
big-
so it went cross country twice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
It was the Trail of Gears.
Nope, you gotta cut that. You
Oh
have
my
to cut that.
Trail of
God.
Gears?
Nope, you can't make. You shouldn't make Trail of Tear jokes.
That
That's-
wasn't. It was a mechanical joke.
Yeah, but it's a
Fair
fun
enough, I get
on.
It's a historical term.
Yeah.
We're not joking about the deaths of Native Americans.
What?
Is that what
I was
that's about?
talking about Inside Out too.
Okay, moving forward.
Gosh,
That
This
was
is gonna-
a good one. That
we're
was a
gonna-
great one.
That was a good joke.
that was
I
a
like
good
it.
one, but you
Yeah,
can't.
I give
We
you that
can't
one.
have that in the show.
It's not no new
That was
friends, Chris.
clever.
I don't know what you're talking about. I thought it
I don't know
was
what that is.
perfectly.
Now, the Disneyland building still remains, so they didn't move the building. The building was still there. And they made it into an attraction called America Sings for America's Bicentennial. That opened in 1974. And of course, America's Bicentennial, right? Good year, 1974. And
Sure.
so it was such a good
Okay
year
year.
that Disney was like, hey, 1974 is really good. Let's just keep this bicentennial attraction around until 1988.
Hey, that's a good year.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but was the bicentennial 76?
Yeah.
So they were just like pumped up.
They
in
were hyping it
74.
up.
Okay.
Yeah,
They were just like
yeah.
they were just advertising.
Imagine they like put it together and they're like, hey, you're 2 years early. What? Can
So
we
to
just
make up-
leave
They
this
were like,
here?
no, we just meant to have it here for a while, and they left it open for a decade
So,
and a half.
so they've kept that tradition, like when they celebrated the 50th for like 18 months.
Yeah.
I get it.
Essentially. And then it closes in 1988, and then they're like, all right. And that attraction has a really weird history, too. We will have to do a whole episode on
Yeah, I do want
America
to do
Sings
one
at some
on-
point.
Yeah.
Because I really don't want to get into all of the crazy and very dark stuff related to that attraction right now. Now, as I said, America Sings closes in 1988. And you might think, all right, Carousel of Progress, kind of a cool building. We can do something creative with it. Yeah, we'll do something creative with it. In 1998, 10 years later,
Wow.
and with all of that, they make it into the worst pavilion at Epcot, Innoventions. That's right. They literally just make another Innoventions in Disneyland, and they copy it into that building. And that lasts in 2015. And of course, what does Disney do when they need to randomly plop in a useless piece of land somewhere and fill up a building and make something that no one wants to go to? They put in Star Wars Launch Bay, and that's what it is today.
That's terrible.
It's horrifying. So
I
sad.
mean, I love one.
I kid you not. When I
Like
first,
Launch Bay? How do you like
What?
Launch Bay? There's nothing in.
What?
there's nothing there.
I like Launch Bay.
I met
The-
Kylo Ren there once.
The
I mean, you also like Chicken Little, to be fair.
the
I don't
launch
like
bay.
Chicken Little. I just don't think it's as terrible as you guys say.
What is there to do? What do you like about Launch Bay?
Yeah, what do you like a
I
lot?
like
Launch?
looking at all this stuff. meeting
What's all the
characters.
stuff?
Looking at all this stuff, like the little figurines that you can buy from Walmart.
Like it's
Like
genuinely curious.
It's like a
I
little
would love to
museum.
know.
Of what?
They have different things from the movies there for you to look
Like
at.
what?
And then
Name
they-
3 things.
they have like a bike, like
A
from the
bike?
movies. You know,
A
the
bicycle?
things you ride on. I don't know. They're
I can
called.
see 10 of those
The
at the ET
speedsters, what are they
exhibit in
called?
Universal.
They actually are called speeder bikes, so I was just
They're
being
called
Exactly.
speeder bikes.
So, true story. When I first went to Launch Bay, I didn't know it was a thing.
Disney World.
In Disney World, I go to Launch Bay, and I said to Emily, I said they have to have a cantina bar here. Like, there's this would be the perfect place for it. And like with Disney, it's like when you see something, it's like, oh, this definitely has, like, you see the Tiki Room, like, oh, they definitely serve Dole Whip around here. And they, guess what? They do, because they think of it. If I thought of it, Disney surely thought of it, right? We walked around Launch Bay for like 45 minutes looking for the Cantina bar. And all I did was meet BB-8, which was one of the highlights of my life. But it was
the one where you needed the
That's
credit
a
card.
highlight
to
of
meet
your
him?
life.
oh
Did you
yeah,
just have a daughter?
it was a little bit before her, but I
Okay,
I
I
would
just-
still.
Was it the
I- but-
highlight of your first life before you died and returned last week?
Yeah, but
It's a different variant now.
but I guess Eagles winning the Super Bowl, meeting BB-8,
That didn't happen in this timeline.
birth of my child, wedding, probably in that order would be.
Is it the one where you needed
Oh, wow.
a
Sorry,
Visa
Emily.
card to get in?
A Visa
I just
card to
want
get
to
in.
say,
Yeah.
No, it wasn't. But I
No.
did have a Disney Visa card just in case.
I
have
do
one, too.
strongly dislike how much time we're spending on Star Wars Launch Bay on the Carousel of Progress episode.
That's fine.
Oh, don't bring up
It's
something
funny
better.
stuff. Just let humor happen.
But it's Launch Bay.
Just give us some
Launch
space.
Spaceland.
Another space
Continue.
drop. Gotta,
Speaking of space, at the
Yes.
Magic Kingdom, when they opened Carousel of Progress there, it opened right alongside Space Mountain on January 15th, 1975.
Mm-hmm.
And there were actually major changes this time. Major change one, it was only one story for the Carousel Theater. They didn't have a second story on the top.
Good decision.
Yeah. I
Number
heard of
two, the People Mover ended up wrapping around the building as it still does today, because the People Mover was also being built at that time for this expansion of Tomorrowland. So this was back when Disney would update lands every 5 years or so. Because keep in mind, this only opened in 1971, and they're still adding all those things, which is super awesome. I wish they still did stuff like that. Next change, it rotated counterclockwise. Big part of the reason that it rotated counterclockwise is a safety issue, because there were, in fact, some significant safety issues with the Disneyland version. Again, if reasons for that, those can be talked about in our America Sings show at some point in the future. But very concerning things there.
I don't
And
get
there was
how,
no-
I'm sorry, I just don't get how going clockwise versus counterclockwise would cause issues. You don't have to go
it
into
has
detail. It just doesn't make sense.
It has to do with where the cast member who was announcing things on the microphone stood, and would they essentially be going towards the wall or away from the wall based on where they were standing.
Yes.
Let's change where they're standing.
There was an incident.
There was very much an
And then
incident.
it could still go clockwise. Continue.
Well, it was a safety thing, regardless. Next change that occurred is that Progress City, because there was no post-show, was no longer located at the Carousel of Progress. It was placed in the People Mover, and you can still see that in the People Mover today. Also, General Electric really wanted a new theme song. They didn't want people waiting until tomorrow to buy their products.
Oh my
They wanted them to buy now. And so they had the Sherman Brothers write a new song called The Best Time of Your Life, in which the most prominent lyric was, "Now is the time." Now is the time to buy General Electrics. And the Warner Brothers, the Sherman Brothers
Oh, the Warner
always
Bros.
said, I have everything abbreviated bros here, and I think my mind went to Alex on there.
Warner Bros.
The Sherman Brothers always said that they preferred the original version, though, of
Yeah,
Great Big
Well,
Beautiful
yeah.
Tomorrow.
we all do.
Of course.
It's a great
Best
song.
Time of Your Life is kind of a bop, though, too.
It's
They're
kind
both
of,
great
but
songs.
they're both iconic. But Great Big Beautiful Tomorrow, they have this like new like upbeat, like, I don't know if you call it an EDM version, but it's like really good. I think they've put it in their commercials before, and I could be completely lying. I think I've definitely
No,
seen it. though
you're
before.
right. I've
Okay,
heard 'em.
okay. And it's cool. I like how they update, because the song is timeless, like Zippity Doodah. Like nothing would ever happen to be able to take that from the parks.
And interestingly, Best Time of Your Life can still be heard in Tomorrowland. It's part of the background loop of the land.
Oh, that is cool.
Mhm.
What land was that in?
Space.
Oh, okay. That's what you said.
They also introduced an entirely new voice cast, and they changed the breed of the dog in the attraction.
Why would they do that?
Interesting.
They
Just
changed
because they
Rover?
felt like it.
What was it originally?
I don't know dog breeds. And also, interestingly, too, the dog was not always called Rover in every scene. They actually
Yes.
changed the name of the dog between different scenes
That's
around this
morbid.
point as well.
That
But
makes
then when they
sense.
changed the dogs back to the version that we have in the ride now, then he was named Rover in every scene.
Yeah, that's pretty
It
morbid.
makes sense for his name.
What if you call him like
change.
Rover the Second, Rover the Third?
No, he's a mythical being.
So we don't know what kind of dog he was before? 'Cause I'm really
I
curious.
don't know dog types.
Corgi.
I don't know.
Oh.
You can show me a dog, and I'll just say golden retriever every time, even if it's like a labradoodle, or still think it's a golden retriever.
That's un-American.
What do you mean it's un-American? How is that un-American?
Not every dog's a golden retriever, and a golden retriever is the American dog.
Oh, I didn't know that. See, I don't know dogs. I'm
I
a
don't know
cat
that they
person.
are, but everybody has one.
I'm not your dog. Dog.
Yo, dog.
What up, dog? Can we get Snoop Dogg on the show next week?
I wish.
I'll work on that.
So, in addition to all of those changes, another change occurred. The final scene, believe it or not, for those of us living in the modern world, was in fact updated. It became New Year's Eve in the 1970s. And it stayed that way until 1981. Then it was made, wait for it, New Year's Eve in the 1980s. And they updated it to fit with the new decade. And then GE stopped sponsoring it. They decided not to renew it. And the attraction looked like it was about to close in 1993. It shut its doors, and people didn't know what was going on. And blueprints started to circulate. This was before the days of the internet, apparently, but word got out about different blueprints that had a flying saucer attraction in the building. Flying saucers was an attraction that failed horribly at Disneyland back in the 1960s. They brought it back with Luigi's Flying Tires in Cars Land, and it failed terribly there as well. Looked like they were trying to do another version of that here. Luckily for all of us, they decided to not put in the flying saucer ride. Instead, update the Carousel of Progress with this new Tomorrowland that they were planning for the Magic Kingdom. It was themed around the future that never was. Once again, there was a new cast, and that final scene was changed back to Christmas, this time Christmas in 2000. Most significantly, there's a great big beautiful Tomorrow returned, and the original voice of the father and narrator, Rex Allen, returned to the ride, this time as the grandfather. Finally, the attraction would reopen in 1993 to wide acclaim, and then it wouldn't get any significant changes after that. It became seasonal following 9/11, and then it would end up permanently reopening again soon, but there weren't any major renovations. Last scene in 2022 did get some Easter eggs added. They renovated some of the characters. I think the father looks absolutely horrible in the last scene now, in my opinion, but other than that, we haven't gotten any major changes since 1993. That's the year that Schindler's List released, for context. So it's been a really long time.
That's a weird,
crazy.
Weird
benchmark.
context.
Bill Clinton was president.
That's
Last time
way
attraction was
easier
up.
to
That's a lot better.
understand.
I remember.
I
Bill
associate everything in history
To when Schindler's
from
List
like
came out.
the 1900s on with
From-
when movies released and when presidents were in office.
Presidents are
Max
you
is
know,
like, is this
Like, go
is
for
this
the
pre
president.
SL or post SL? SL Schindler's List.
I just associate it with Best Picture winners. That's how I roll.
yeah.
when
Mag's
I
like
last-
yeah. During World War II, that that was 40 years before the inspiration for Schindler's List.
Wait, so there has been hold on. There's been no major updates since then.
Huge updates. There was some small updates in 2022, which happens to be the last time I went to the Carousel of Progress. And when I saw what they did to the father in that last scene, I was stunned because I didn't know that was happening. And they also made the daughter look
You were-
just like Taylor
you were
Swift, which was
stunned?
kind of weird.
How? What?
Really?
Look it up.
Daughter
She
like
looks
Taylor
just
Swift?
like Taylor Swift.
What about the
What?
daughter that disappeared?
Well, you're spoiling the facts of urgency.
I don't
now.
have them up in front of me. You can cut that.
I do feel like we should talk about that though.
We will.
Besides
Poor
one
thing.
bullet
Poor
point.
thing.
I guess she looks like Taylor Swift. I guess. I don't know. I don't think so. She looks like a generic person.
Maybe Taylor Swift looks like her. How about that?
Yeah.
Oh,
that.
maybe Taylor Swift was modeled after her. Maybe
Yeah.
What?
she's a hologram. Taylor Swift's a hologram. Never mind.
Not real.
We'll save that for next week.
Will we? Though?
So, anyways,
Yes.
anyone have any final thoughts on the Carousel of Progress?
Yeah.
It's
Go ahead.
very good.
Don't go
Good,
into it
good.
thinking that it's going to be like the greatest thing in the world, because if you go in with expectations like that, you will hate it. I think. Go in.
Oh
if
no. It's incredible.
No.
Go
See,
into it
don't listen to
expecting
Mags.
this to be the best thing in the
Look-
I
world.
always get emotional at the end of it.
Look into
No, you don't.
What do you mean? No, I don't. You don't know me
No.
emotionally. You
You
don't
said-
know me emotionally.
You said
You
you
get
said
emotional
in
at the
general.
end
You
of it?
said you. I'm saying not everyone does.
You get emotional at the end of it? Is it that bad VR set that the grandma's playing that makes you emotional?
I also get emotional at the end of Tiki Room. Don't judge me.
Oh wow,
Oh my
this
God.
I
is
get
Gosh.
emotional when
Taylor
the
Swift.
oven catches on fire because I had a house burned down because of
Oh wow, this got real dark. Real
Yeah. actually a true
Ryan, are
story.
you about to admit to insurance fraud?
It wasn't fraud.
But
Oh my god.
anyway, do your research before you ride this ride
Research.
of the history.
By
Like,
listening to
like,
the show?
like
If they
literally-
listen to the show, that is their research.
like literally
If you-
just read the Wikipedia page before you go on
If
this
you
ride.
have time to ride it. Ride it. It's fun. It gets you out of the heat. You rest your feet, and it's a good ride.
But
As
just as
long
a
as
heads
the
up,
dad's
it usually
hand is
closes.
on.
It usually closes a little bit earlier than the rest of the park. Don't be like me. I tried to ride it at the end of my day in Magic Kingdom, and it was closed, and I was very, very angry.
Did you
So I had
cry?
to ride it. And I rode it the next day.
Oh.
That one and the riverboat were like my must-dos that day.
You got weird must-dos.
Okay. But
Oh,
no,
it's
like,
all present,
man.
all
He's like, I hope I
presents,
can
of
get
course.
these 2 rides in. Like, there's no line for them.
it's a,
See,
it's
that's
a
what's one
good
of the
ride.
things that's great about being me, though. When people don't
'Cause
really
you like the
enjoy
things that nobody
doing
else
what you
does.
do, like, listen, like the whole Disney thing about rope dropping is like I rope dropped Saratoga National Historic Park. Now, was it because I had to use the bathroom and the building was locked? Sure, but I still rope dropped Saratoga's visitor center. They had to send a park ranger out to tell me, "Hey, dude, the visitor center opens in 10 minutes."
I had to send a man out to tell you you're not allowed in here yet. What are you doing here so early, sir? Normally we don't see people at all, let alone this early.
It's a good ride. It's a good attraction.
Yes.
It is, but I think you have to go in. Most people would have to go in with an appreciation for the history of it and the innovation of it at the time it was made.
Yes,
I think
agree
you
with
will
that.
you will love it if you are into that kind of stuff and do your research on it. If you
Yeah.
go to Disney for the first time, like, oh, what's this? And you go on it, I think you'll probably laugh
No.
about it, and it'll be the highlight of your trip for all the wrong reasons.
Yeah,
If you go on it expecting it to be a day attraction, then you're gonna definitely
Right.
be disappointed.
Yeah.
and I'd say if you're going on it after listening to this, you've already done your research and you've kind of already heard the history. We did that for you.
Mags, was this really in the ride?
Yes, wait until
Yeah.
the facts of urgency.
Okay.
That's Uncle Orville.
It's just there's no torso.
That's just without the screen in front of that area. Because there's usually a screen in front of it. All right, you guys ready to play a game?
Yeah.
Let's do
I
it.
guess.
Yes,
I-
Jigsaw.
I didn't come in last yesterday.
Loser has to do the hoochie coochie.
What is that? I don't think we have to cut that.
It's in the ride.
Oh.
The
gonna lose
Egyptian
this
did the
game.
hoochie coochie.
Oh, I think we really have to cut that.
No, that's in the ride.
Sure.
Kid says.
All right, I'm only going to be able to share the screen like this because I'm still going to need to be able to see you guys so that I can get your reaction. Do you want me to not have it like this?
Why
That's
is
fine.
the G and the R touching?
Hey, I don't know.
I don't like it.
Why is the
like
R and the A
touching.
touching?
Looks like a campaign slogan.
It's like a ransom note.
Listen, at least I make games, okay?
I could make
At
games.
least, yeah? Yeah, I've loved all the games you've made in our first 10 episodes.
I don't do histories.
Mags, I don't think he made any.
Oh, really?
Oh, wow.
Max, can you do me a favor? Can you change your computer to dark setting?
What? How do I do that?
I'm just
Hurt your
joking.
eyes or something?
All my stuff is dark setting.
What does that mean?
That means instead of white, it's black.
Hold on.
I'm
Oh,
just
I don't see
joking.
color. I'm sorry.
Just joking.
Ryan is
I'm color-
colorblind.
I am colorblind.
Yeah.
Not that severe though.
No, it's bad. Don't speak
No,
his
it's
truth.
bad. You don't.
You're not like Donkey.
Mags, you get pissed and now you're not going to play the game anymore?
You
No.
can pull it back up. I
I
was just
had,
picking
a,
on
I
you.
had a thing that was prepared and then the page reloaded, so it might not work now. So hold on a sec.
Can you please just put the cursor between the G and the R and press space? Oh.
freed.
This is definitely going to get copyright stricken.
You've been
Will they take the video down?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's already been taken.
The SWAT
We're
team
off. We're off.
just burst through my window.
They
That's
just
okay.
get-
Next time
Mark
we play this game,
Zuckerberg
I'll
just
play
dropped
the.
from my ceiling. He doesn't even
Oh.
own YouTube.
I like to call this game "What Comes Next." So
Oh,
we're going to go through the Carousel of Progress, and I've got some trivia questions for you about each of the portions of the Carousel of Progress.
I love a good Galaxy presentation, so let's do this.
All right. I think that
now is the time. Now is the best time.
I want that played at my funeral.
all right, you guys ready?
I
don't know,
guess.
actually.
I don't know. I don't always know what's happening.
So for this game, or what comes next, it's a basic trivia game.
Okay.
Okay.
The way that you're going to buzz in is just like last week. All you have to do is react with whichever reaction you want.
Like a
In the
noise?
Zoom.
A noise?
Nope,
Oh,
in the Zoom,
oh,
just
oh,
like
oh.
Ryan just did.
Okay.
If you'd been here last week, you would have known this,
Yeah.
Chris.
Is the I'm away one a reaction?
I don't know. All right, everyone
Oh,
got
there
their
it is.
reactions ready?
I'm back.
Go click on one.
People in the chat can play along too if they want.
I can't see it anymore.
That's okay. That's a good thing. All right, you guys ready for our first question? Ryan, I'm going to have you put down your hand here.
What?
Well, my reaction.
I've lowered your hand for you.
What? How dare you?
You can't just permanently have your hand risen.
I can do what I want to do.
No, you can't. This is my game.
You're not my boss.
When you... Who's hosting tonight?
Doesn't make you boss. Okay, play
All
the
right.
game. Let's go.
All right, question 1. According to the show's narrator, despite numerous changes, what has the Carousel of Progress always revolved around? Chris?
No.
The center of the attraction.
No. Alex?
That's
The turning of the year.
No. Ryan, you have a guess. What does the Carousel of Progress always revolve around?
Progression. Like
What'd you say?
You're-
progression. It's about progress.
It's always the turn of the
progress.
century.
It is progress. You're correct.
wait. But it literally
turn of the
rotates.
century.
Progress.
I was
Right?
right.
It's always revolved around progress.
It is always
Oh
revolved
my
around the
gosh.
center of the
I
building.
thought that was an easy one. The Carousel
I
of
thought so
Progress
too.
has
Oh my
always
gosh.
revolved around progress.
Oh my gosh. This is
Then
ridiculous.
All
No,
right.
it's
This is a
an
very
opinion.
auspicious start.
I don't know what that means.
Okay.
I don't know what that
What'd you
word
just
is.
call me?
All right. Let's head to the next portion.
You're auspicious. Now I'm hearing voices in my head.
Yeah, and originally the PowerPoint was supposed to rotate for each scene change, but since I have to do it this way, it's not. How many days, according to the narrator, does it take to travel from New York to California? Closest number wins. Ryan,
New York, California, 8
in the
days.
1900s. All right, Chris?
12.
Which 1900s?
What do you mean, which 19?
Leave it to
Earth
19.
years. Alex, what all right, what
I
what's
did.
your
I
guess?
said.
What
I
number
said.
it is?
I said 12. Did you get? Is that on the
I did-
record?
I did hear
Okay.
that.
Okay.
Yeah,
Was that a good
yeah.
guess or?
Hold
Well,
on.
I can
find
tell
out,
you, but
please.
then Alex will get an advantage.
Wait, what
Never
did
mind.
Ryan say?
Ryan said 8.
And Chris said 12.
Mhm.
And Chris's was a good guess.
I don't know.
I'm
Was
gonna
it?
say.
I
I
never
didn't
said
say
it was
it
a
was
good
a good guess.
I wouldn't bank on that.
I'm gonna go with 10. Split the difference.
Ryan, once again, gets the point there. 7 days.
I knew it was one of those.
All right, keeping with the 1900s, the turn of the century. Where is the World's Fair occurring in the 1900s? Ryan?
Paris.
No. Chris?
Chicago.
No. Alex, you have a guess?
New York.
Good guess, but no. St. Louis. St. Louis at the 1903 World's Fair.
Where Walt Disney World was originally going to be.
Yes, yes. All right, let's head to the next century.
It's a great, big, beautiful tomorrow, just a dream away.
All right, now we head to the 1920s. Who is about to fly an airplane across the Atlantic? Ryan, once again, first.
I guessed that because I just I forgot. Never mind.
All right, Chris was next.
You know, it's just, so I know I'm gonna say Amelia Earhart.
Good guess, but no. Alex.
I almost said Rosa
Oh.
Parks.
Earhart
District
was
major.
my guess, so I'm gonna say that guy who owned the things. You know, they made a movie about him.
Correct. Yes, Charles Lindbergh. That is well done. I'll
Thank
give you the point
you.
there.
You're gonna give
Yeah.
him a point for saying the guy.
Yeah,
that
they
owns
made a
the
movie
things?
about him. Spirit of St. Louis, starring Jimmy Stewart. It takes a
They
man
made
of
a
culture
movie
to know
about
that
everybody.
movie. It takes a man of culture to know that movie. They actually referenced that movie at the Henry Ford Museum that I was at. So, well done, Alex.
I'm gonna just answer every single thing.
I know, right? They made a movie about it.
I have to be accommodating, okay? I know Alex doesn't know names.
That's not accommodating.
After
That
I
guy
get,
that
grade, I
owns
get
things
graded on
that
a
made
curve.
last week, I feel like I have to
Oh
help
yeah,
you
it's
out
like,
there.
well, I saw him close his eyes and his brain just went blank.
All right. We're staying in the 1920s. Who does the father say added life to their home in the 1920s? Ooh, I think Ryan was first, and then Alex, and then Chris.
Edison.
Starting with Ryan.
Edison.
That is correct.
Oh, which one though?
The one
Thomas.
the one they had a movie about.
Yes.
That's
They
a good
did they
point.
make an Edison movie?
I don't
sure
know.
somebody's made an
That would be the
Restaurant
most
They have a restaurant
boring
after
movie
him.
ever.
No,
Why?
no,
A
because
movie
he had
about
a feud.
that?
No,
Oh,
that would be a great movie.
Really?
The feud between him and what's his name? Rob
Tesla?
Bags, whatever.
Yeah,
Tesla.
Tesla.
Nikola Tesla.
Yeah.
That would
I had
be
a
great
Doctor
movie.
Who episode about that.
Oh, okay.
All right, now we're heading from the 1920s to the 1940s. All right, so the 1940s. What type of race does the father talk about in the 1940s? Alex,
Moon race?
good
No.
guess, but incorrect. That would be the 60s,
Yep.
closer to. Chris,
So what kind of race? German.
it's a very no. It's a very famous line. Ryan,
The rat race.
that is correct. Well done. You know your carousel
Oh,
of
he
progress, my dude.
does.
Yeah, it's a very memorable line once you remember that it's been said. There.
Because they moved to the suburbs.
Yep, 100%. Good memory too, Alex. All right, Ryan has 4. Alex has 1. Chris bringing up the rear. Staying in the 1940s. What type of room is the basement being remodeled into? Alex.
I'm just hitting the button as fast as I can. I don't
It's
have
okay.
an answer, but it's making into his mom's workshop. Like she's like to make stuff down there.
Can't give you credit for that.
Ah,
I'm gonna go out on a limb here and just say torture chamber.
No, this is not Jeffrey the Giraffe.
what?
Or it wasn't Jeffrey. It was
Dahmer?
whatever the giraffe was.
Jeffrey
Oh.
the giraffe.
Go ahead, Ryan. Take your
Was
guess.
it the
Ryan.
mother-in-law suite?
No. All right, I'm going to give you guys another guess. I'm going to let
Okay.
you know one other thing. This room is alliterative.
A
Chris.
reading room?
A library.
Man,
No,
cave.
that's not what alliterative means.
I took
Alex,
a-
what did you say?
Oh man. Using context clues here.
A baby room? I don't know.
That's also not what alliterative. All right, alliterative means the two words
Whoa,
start
whoa,
with the
whoa,
same
whoa,
letter.
whoa, 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 whoa.
Don't give it to Ryan.
I
Okay.
don't know.
Go ahead,
I
Ryan.
don't know.
Chris.
Reading room.
Good guess. That is what alliterative means, but no, that's not the room.
Reading Rainbow.
Can we just keep guessing alliterations now?
Sure,
Recording
keep
room?
going. No. If you haven't gotten it by now, I don't think you're going to get it, but you can keep guessing.
A sewing saloon.
Wait, it's a basement.
No,
Basement.
it's in the basement.
Right. So it's a bumping basement
A
A
bump in
what
basement.
basement?
Wow.
That's not alliterative,
to listen to music.
but it sort of rhymes with what you said. Part of it
What?
rhymes with what you said.
We have I think
What did you say, Alex?
I said bumping basement.
Bump in basement.
You can hear the ump sound in this word.
Yeah, it's the answer's in the chat. So
I can't see the chats.
A rump room?
yeah.
What
Rumpus room.
Oh,
what is a
whoa.
rumpus room?
A playroom, right?
Yes, essentially.
There's radon poisoning down there. It's like
All right.
Lead
Yeah.
paint.
No points. No points given for that one.
pretty sure I said rump
But-
room.
We can give some points for the next scene because the next scene led to a video game in the Christmas of the 2000s.
Yes, 300 points, my best
Oh,
score.
that's not what I meant.
Whoa.
And tomorrow's just a dream away. Man,
All right. Headed to that horrible final scene. What kind of soda does the grandfather want from the refrigerator? Chris?
Sarsaparilla.
No.
Oh, that was a good guess.
That's such a good
This is
guess.
the 2000.
No.
This is the 2000s.
No.
I
It's not
love
a guess for the
that. I
2000s.
But he's
love
old.
sarsaparilla.
He's so old.
All right, Ryan.
Does he want a Coca-Cola?
Nope.
Hmm.
All right, Chris, put
Pep-
in another guess
No, what? Why can I guess?
Beverly.
because Chris put in another.
Wait,
I don't.
No,
Wait.
Alex,
I thought
what
if
do you?
they two guess wrong, I get a guess.
Well, go ahead
I
and
knew
guess.
Chris wasn't gonna get it, so guess, Alex. What do you got?
Well,
It's
I'm
a
gonna
popular
say-
soda.
the ginger ale.
Nope, not that popular.
Oh, I know what it
Surge.
is. Mountain
Surge.
Dew.
All right. No, Ryan.
Monster Energy drink.
Nope, we're gonna go in a circle.
Pepsi.
Alex.
Pepsi.
No, Chris.
Dr. Pepper.
No, Ryan.
Sprite.
Ooh,
No, Alex.
orange Fanta.
No. All right. I'm gonna give you a hint now. Be ready
Sprite.
to react. Be ready to react for when you hear this.
With my
hint
buttons
here.
or with my words.
You have seen me drink this soda. The three of you. Alex.
I don't know.
All right. Chris was next.
Mike's Hard Lemonade.
No. Ryan.
Taco sauce.
No. Okay. I put ice cream on the soda.
Root beer.
Oh, root beer.
Yes.
That's a
Chris.
sarsaparilla. It's
That's
the
not
same
old.
thing.
That's not.
Root
That-
beer is a sarsaparilla.
They're the same thing.
How did-
It's the same
how
We're going
thing.
off of the quote. We're going off of the quotes.
How did
that
no
are
one
said
guess
in the
root beer?
attraction.
But root beer is.
I heard root beer early
sarsaparilla.
in the ride, and I thought that was already gone and done and over with.
Chris should
No.
have got the point from beginning.
It's all right.
Well-
Came full circle. Just like the ride.
Bonus point to Chris. Just kidding.
We'll see you guys next week.
All right, now this next one is going to be a closest to the number question. You might be able to guess what it is. What temperature does the oven ultimately get set to? Chris,
375.
Alex.
450.
Oh, you're all
Okay.
wrong. It's way.
Yeah,
higher.
it's very,
like
very
600 degrees.
Ryan
Really?
is the closest. It was 975.
Yeah, it
Okay.
was way up there. I remember.
Wow,
I got
that's just
nervous when it happened.
unrealistic.
Ryan started doing
I was having
flashbacks.
flashbacks all over again.
He's getting all sweaty.
All right, let's go ahead and head back to the final room of the attraction.
Who cares if I burned our Christmas turkey?
I do.
Is that the Wolverine popcorn bucket on the table there?
What year did the attraction debut at a World's Fair, Chris?
1964.
Correct.
Dang it.
Meaning
I
that
never
at
would've
the
got that.
end of our Carousel of Progress, our victor is Ryan with 5 points. Ryan, you didn't win last week, but you come back to your win streak and you're at 6 points again. Chris at 2 and Alex at 1 in last place.
I got a
So,
point,
I
which
lost to a
should not
guess.
have gotten
so technically,
either.
I'm still on a win streak.
You did get a point this week.
I
Congratulations.
shouldn't have gotten that point because that's not who I was thinking.
I knew it.
Were you think of the Wright brothers?
No, I was thinking of the other guy.
Rosa Parks?
Howard Hawks or Howard Hughes.
Hughes, yes.
Strike it from the record.
Well, you know what we're not striking from the record?
What?
You hear that from the static?
Oh my gosh, we can't strike this from the record. It's too strong.
That's right. It's Giles
Oh,
Garman.
I thought we were going, I
Oh,
thought this was
I
an
thought-
incursion.
I thought we were doing a giveaway.
We've got a lot to get to before the incursion.
We have 10 minutes to speed it up.
Hello there, it's Giles Garman, and I'm coming to you from the Carousel of Progress. You can see many of the places that I've lived in the Carousel of Progress. First of all, there's 3 hidden Mickeys, all of which are in the final scene of the attraction.
Which
First off, below the Christmas, in the final scene of the attraction.
Oh,
So,
don't
below the
second
Christmas-
guess him.
below the Christmas tree, you can see a Mickey Mouse doll. There's also a Mickey Mouse symbol and a Mickey Mouse nutcracker by the fireplace.
Minnie?
There's a lot of other Easter eggs in that final scene as well. The daughter, whose name is Trish, wears a collegiate sweater stating Progress Tech School of Urban Planning in a reference to Progress City. The son, James, wears a ski hoodie with the logo for Mineral King Ski Resort. It was supposed to be the ski resort that Country Bear Jamboree was going to be at. And the father, John, wears an apron that says My Food Rocks in a reference to Food Rocks.
Good rock.
That's all from me, Giles Garman.
It's had a little
Thank you,
Scottish
Giles.
tonight at times.
He just drank some scotch.
I was gonna say, I think it depends on what he drank before he came on.
Yeah.
I don't know. Does he drink before coming on?
Who knows?
What
Most
are they-
definitely. Most definitely
what are-
the way he talks, he does.
What do they drink in that universe of the 1940s?
Spiked
Oh.
sarsaparilla.
I
Taco
see.
Or
sauce.
the original Coke recipe.
New Coke. They get new
That
Coke.
would explain a lot. You know what else will explain a lot? Maybe why some people ended up showing up to the live chat, because Alex, you got a little something special
These
brewing
segues.
at 975 degrees.
I do. We have some giveaways, and if you're on our live stream or you're watching on YouTube, I have some Disney magnets here. We're gonna give one away to our Patreons, and then we're gonna give one away to anyone in the live chat right now for our YouTube channel.
And as I recall, Alex, you have a theme song for the giveaway, right?
No,
I must have misread the chat.
no, I don't.
Alex cut that.
As I understand, you didn't do what you were supposed to do.
I was supposed to have a theme song.
I don't know.
Oh.
Apparently.
I thought you said you were going to when we talked about the giveaway 2 months
He
ago.
talks big.
Yeah, I talk about so many things that I will never do. Anyways, I have a question. Which is which?
What do you mean?
Which
Stitch
ones are
and Mickey?
Which one's our Patreon and which ones are YouTube?
I think
Patreon
that
is-
Stitch's Patreon.
Yep. Mickey's.
And I think-
and Mickey's everyone.
Yeah, I think
All
that's
right,
good.
Yeah.
let's
He-
do
man-
it.
Are you
People.
going to think of a number 1 through 20 or something, Alex? How are you going to? I think
thought
that's
you had this lined up.
me.
Yeah, I thought you were doing duck race or something.
Oh no,
No.
no one ever said anything. I think Alex, you should write down a number 1 through 100 on a piece of paper, and then have everybody comment that's here. That would make sense
for
because
the giveaway in the YouTube.
for the YouTube giveaway. Yeah, so pick a number 1 through 100, and then everybody who's watching right now, live at 10:23 p.m. Sorry if
I know
if
one
you're watching
number
this
is gonna
over, it's
be.
not going to work.
It's so hard because I have a few numbers, but if you know me, you know the numbers. So I'm trying to.
I know you very well, and I have no idea what number you would pick. There is no
You do.
telling. So anyway, pick a number
Everyone
1
close
through
my eyes, I don't
100,
see anything
and then
there.
and then and then
Don't
Alex.
Close your eyes.
Alex.
And then DM it to Alex in
No, no.
Discord.
no. It's
no. It's the
all right.
YouTube
All right. So Jackie is. Okay,
knew-
I'm not going to
I
say
knew
any.
she
I'm not
did
going to
it.
say any numbers. So Alex, how do we want to do this? Closest without going over?
No, just closest in general.
No, but we have to. But what if there's a tie?
There's no way.
They
If
fight
there,
to the death.
listen, if there's a tie,
If it's a tie, then of course we'll do
closest without going over. Okay. Just
Yeah.
want to clarify. I don't want to get sued,
Okay,
dude.
sorry.
I don't want to get
sorry,
sued.
sorry.
Sue
So let's
over
give
it.
everyone a few minutes here to put a number in the chat room.
All right.
How many people we got live right now?
7.
Okay, so I have two numbers.
All right. So we got 3. Why do you have 2 numbers?
Well, because I'm saying I see 2 numbers. Now I
Oh,
see
okay. We have
3.
3. Yeah. I thought it was like you're only supposed to pick
Now
one.
we have
Alex.
4.
Wow. These people are going strategic. These people are going strategic a little bit here.
Well, Miguel gets the meaning of life.
That's true.
Anyone else? Last call. Secure all cargo.
Remember,
That is
we're
the opening
we're
line to the
on
Liberty
a
Bell riverboat.
delay here. as well.
Yeah, we are on a delay, a bit of a delay.
Oh, yeah.
So we'll give them a couple minutes. Is there anything else we want to talk about before we do this giveaway?
Yeah, I had something.
Okay, go ahead, and then we'll do the giveaway.
So this is our 10th episode, y'all. Right? It's been a fun 10 episodes so far, and it's still relatively early in the world of Into the Disneyverse. But I would just love to know, what was each of y'all's favorite episode so far in our first 10?
Ooh,
We're gonna start with Alex,
It was.
and you can't each guess the same one. Everyone has
okay.
to guess a different one.
Ooh, so I can pick one. And
Wait,
block
they get to
everybody
snipe
else's. My favorite. I think my favorite was Pirates of the Caribbean,
You sniped
the
mine.
attraction, the first episode.
Ooh, that was a good one.
Yeah.
How about you, Christopher?
honestly, I think tonight could be my favorite. I think tonight was a
Mhm.
really fun episode. The live aspect was really nice with the people coming in and commenting. I had a lot of fun doing Carousel of Progress.
Honestly, this is definitely a top one for me as well. Ryan, what say you?
I want to say Pirates the movie. I really liked that one. I
Oh,
thought that one
a
was really
pretty good
funny.
one. That was a good one.
I'm shocked Ryan didn't say the one that I wasn't on.
Oh, I didn't think of that.
I'm
But
tempted
we
to say
replaced you with Scott, so it's like,
mine was definitely Boardwalk. No, I'm kidding.
oh no. Yeah, Great Movie Ride was a good one.
Great Movie Ride Part 1 was really, really good. But I also really like Expedition Everest.
That
I'm
was
probably going to go
fun.
with Great Movie Ride Part 1, though.
Yeah, it's been a fun 10 episodes, and this is where we say goodbye. This is
Here's
it,
to
guys.
10 more.
I think we have enough time. I think we have all the numbers,
Yes, we
Yeah,
do.
All right.
and we do have a winner.
Hold the
Oh,
number up.
it's not a tie.
Hold the number up to the screen.
So that people believe you.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, let me write it down really fast. I'm just joking.
Oh my gosh.
I was about to say, oh my god.
The number is. That's really.
can't- Why'd you write it so
Was that,
small?
was that
'Cause I
40,
write
is that- was that
47.
47.
47.
Wow.
Paradise
Oh
in
my
here.
gosh.
North got it.
Wow, that was very. Everybody was alarmingly close.
Dude, when they started saying 40s, I was like, what is happening right now?
Oh, congrats! That's awesome. And really impressive guess.
Yes. So go ahead and North, go ahead and send us a message.
Yeah,
somehow to get
DM
information.
any one of us your social security number, address, time that you're not home between, like the hours that you're not at your residence,
And your
so we can
mother's
drop it
maiden
off
name.
safely.
Name of your first pet.
Yeah, high school mascot
Yeah.
and favorite number, which is probably 47.
yeah.
I mean 44. No, but seriously,
Scott
just
was
give
my
us
high
your-
school mascot.
Give us your
So,
your address.
North,
We'll send it your way.
FYI, North. I mean, 44 is my favorite number.
Oh wow,
Really?
he did his
Really?
research.
Why?
Yeah, of course, North. I'm glad you won it. Congratulations.
44 is my favorite number because, well, I was born in '88. Growing up, I wore 8 in soccer, and when I got to high school, I was like, I want to wear 88, and they're like, you can't wear 88 in basketball. You have to be single digits, like between 1 and 5. So
You
I was
only
like,
had
well, let's
5
have it.
kids.
You only had 5
What's-
kids to play basketball with you?
No,
Or did you share
because,
jerseys?
because when they do fouls, they have to be like 44 or 55.
Oh.
I was
Oh,
like,
it has
what's
to be the
half?
So it's not
Same
single
number.
digits. So it's not single
Sorry.
digits. It's
So
That's not at all what you
half
described.
of 88 is 44. So in high school, my jersey number was 44 for
That's
baseball.
some logical
And
thinking.
yeah. Not gonna lie. That is strange thinking there.
And,
I'll just have it.
44 is divided by 8.
Why didn't you just pick 8?
You were the one who was
Because
upset at me
I-
for doing math on this episode.
Because I couldn't choose 8. 8's a very common number for basketball because it's Kobe's number. Oh, it's one of Kobe's.
That's
numbers.
true. It was the. Never mind.
Who?
Kobe.
Oh.
Oh,
Don't
Kobe
start with
Bryant. Okay,
Yes.
yeah.
Why did he change numbers? Never mind. Oh, we did the giveaway. So what's next?
that. Next
Well,
giveaway.
There's another
how we
giveaway.
doing? How we doing the Patreon giveaway?
Um,
Usually we used to
Um,
do we used to
Put
put
a
all them in the
number
hat,
in.
weighted, and all
the-
that stuff.
Put a number in the live show banter right now.
But we gotta have everybody.
Yeah. So we'll do that.
Oh, okay.
I think we'll do that.
Yeah.
And
We'll do it on our own.
Also, I'm not- do you guys
live-
think-
do a duck
uh,
race or something?
I don't know. Do you guys think the giveaway needs to be in the final episode, or just like the final portion of the giveaway, not like the full process?
Not the full
Well, yeah.
process. Just guess a
No,
number
no.
and then okay, well, because
agree.
we want people to know that
Yeah.
we gave
I'll
something
cut
away.
it down as I see fit.
Yeah.
And this episode's running a little long, so I have to cut some stuff.
Is it really?
I
I guess so.
We've been recording for over an hour.
Yeah, I guess so.
This is a good video
Well-
for YouTube for sure.
It is. Hey guys, I hear something, and I don't think it's somebody singing "There's a Great Big Beautiful Tomorrow." I think we've reached it. It's episode 10. I think
come
we've
on.
reached a nexus point.
Uh-oh.
Oh, Nexus.
Dude, that's not good. Right? That word's not good, right? That's
I don't
not a
think
good
so.
word.
Sounds like Lexus.
Wait.
Very bad.
Where's Giles Garman? I'm pretty sure it's the anchor being of this universe. Or is it?
He's not even from this universe.
I do 30 seconds, right?
Yes. Why? How could you,
You
not
say that
remember
every
that?
week.
You did it twice last week.
We didn't do it twice last week.
No, we didn't do it twice last week.
Sorry, I wasn't here. Okay.
You were here on the episode we didn't do it on.
We did do it on.
No, we didn't do it on Olympics.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he was
you're
here
right.
for the one we
I was
did do
saying,
it on. He wasn't here
right.
for the one we did do it on.
Yeah.
Right, he was here
actually.
for I said that. He wasn't he was here for the one we didn't do it on.
I think I did it in my heart, and that's why I got it confused.
All right.
Anyway, I
Alright,
don't
everyone
know.
got it?
Hold on, this
Start with
second one.
Ryan. So
Yeah, we're starting
whenever
with
you're
Ryan.
ready.
Grandfather's reference. This doesn't make any sense. The flight of the grandparents reference.
Can you just read?
I can just read. It doesn't make any
That's-
sense.
It's a loaded question,
The
Alex.
flight
It,
of the
it definitely
grandparents.
does make sense.
The flight of the grandparents.
For the grandparents, they came in on a flight, and you
Flight
can see
for the
that flight
grandparents
number.
reference. The final.
We can't
scene
read ahead of
reference.
time. The whole point is
I
to
can
as
read
go.
it. I need to.
Come
All
on,
right,
go.
I need a
3,
week in advance.
2, 1, go.
The current narrator, Gene Shepard, was the narrator for A Christmas Story. I'm gonna say it real slow to see all.
The Carousel of Progress is considered America's longest running stage show.
One of the daughters only in the scene's first ride before it disappearing.
The GE logo can still be seen on a number of appliances in the attraction.
The flight for the grandparents referenced the final scene reference. What? Referenced in the final scene references the opening of the original attraction in 1964.
Epcot's Horizon is considered a spiritual successor.
That was painful.
You guys,
That
one
was
was
terrible.
So painful.
That was
This
so
was-
bad. The parents of the reference and the references of the references.
I left out like 6 words in mine.
Yeah,
you
you
did.
guys
So
were bad.
Did.
Gee,
I blame all 3 of you on this
Well,
one.
we missed a few, but if you want to hear them, you can look at them in our
you
Well,
may
you
have to-
can't
you
hear
have to
them,
look them
but you
all
can
over
see
now,
them.
actually, yeah.
Discord.
We never claimed to be a
Look at it.
fact podcast. So.
No, we're
I do.
purely comical.
Yes, if you want to hear what we were supposed to say and what we left out, join our Discord, which you have to join our Patreon to be a part of. For as little as $2 a month, you can see what you didn't hear.
You realize that this isn't going to be on the episode, right? Because we end on.
That's true.
Yeah, but maybe we're on YouTube.
Oh yeah.
Oh, that yeah.
Actually, I really forgot that
Alex.
it wasn't going to be on
Yes.
there. So.
Why? Oh, you also posted it,
You posted it?
and you spelled carousel wrong. You put carousel.
He's copying.
It's okay, Alex. I forgive you.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Maddie, oh my god,
What? Wait, hold on. Did she just copy what I wrote?
she copied
Okay.
your version.
I didn't do it, Maddie. You can't do that. I had to leave this.
It's up to you.
That's fast. All right. That's the episode.
And
How do we-
the-
Next, for people watching live next week, what are we doing next week? Because are they still able to join next week? Because since we changed the recording schedule.
And that's the Dizneyverse on the Carousel.
What? Are they able to join next week? What do you mean?
So we can't do heavyweights next week because we changed our recording schedule.
No,
What?
we're not doing
Mickey and the
heavyweights.
Mouse?
That's the week after, isn't it?
Yeah, and it was supposed to be next week but then we changed the recording schedule around.
Yeah, I think they're not till like the 29th.
Oh yeah. Oh shoot. So yeah, next week is Spaceship Earth.
I
Which
won't
I'm
be
also
here
doing.
the second week. I won't be here the 22nd.
Okay, so the 29th is heavyweights. So we need to figure out what episode 12 is going to be because heavyweights becomes episode 13.
Okay.
I'm on vacation Saturday to Saturday, 17th to the
Is there
22nd.
anything in Disney World
Vacation
that you
from
really
what?
just don't care about, Chris?
Is there anything I don't care about?
Like anything in Disney World that you're just like, I really don't care about this, or a movie, a Disney movie you just don't care about?
Zombies.
Chat. Throw in.
No, chat.
Oh wait, Schoolhouse.
Zombies.
We were going to do Schoolhouse Rock.
That's
if you
fine.
want
Yeah,
Chris-
no,
No,
I mean, I grew up.
You want to do
You
Schoolhouse Rock.
No, so Chris also wanted.
You
so
agreed
my
to do
thought
it with
process
yourself.
is, why don't we do Schoolhouse Rock next week in honor of school starting up? Chris, are you fine if we do Spaceship Earth the week that you're
Yeah,
not
that's
here?
fine. Yeah,
Okay.
that's fine.
Okay,
That's
because
cool.
I know that you were interested in Schoolhouse Rock.
Yeah. I like Schoolhouse. It gives me an excuse to watch some of the stuff
Uh-huh.
over again.
And I know that you'll do
Schoolhouse
really
Rock's
well
is
in the
cool.
game that I've got for Schoolhouse Rock.
All right, cool.
Oh my god.
What?
It's just all these games I'm going to lose. That's annoying.
Well, get better.
I tried
I
throwing.
can't.
For the record, I tried throwing the game today. It didn't work.
Why?
you
Why
really?
would you just make Ryan win every game?
Oh no, I was trying to make
I
you
was gonna
come in
win
second,
anyways.
but then I won on accident.
No, you didn't
You
win.
didn't
You
win
just came
any-
in second.
I won silver.
You guys are lucky that there
Olympic
wasn't
standards.
a punishment for this week.
You know what? I did get on the podium. You're right, Chris.
Exactly. See.
Yeah.
Yeah.
hmm If we had a guest, then it could have been different. So
Yeah. So guys watching on YouTube, everybody watching live, thank
Oh,
you
are we
guys
still live?
so much for
Yeah.
Thank you guys so much for watching live. Appreciate you guys. Congratulations to North
Yes.
for winning the magnet. Again,
Yes.
DM any one of us
Mhm.
to preferably I guess Alex because he's going to be the one shipping it out. But whoever you
What?
send it
Yeah.
to us, we will get that information to Alex. And we will hold it over your head as well that we have your address. Just kidding. That was pretty
that was weird.
That was
Why'd you
pretty
say
Why did
that?
you say that?
I don't know. I didn't even mean to say
I'm
that.
uncomfortable
It just
now.
came out. So I watched a lot of scary movies lately. Anyway, I digress.
I can
So-
hold anything over your head, Chris.
So I know just the fact that I was able to hold something over somebody's head for once made me kind of excited. Literally, not figuratively.
Yeah,
Figuratively,
thank
not
everybody for
literally.
coming out.
I don't know.
Hit those like buttons.
Anyway,
Mhm.
If you haven't yet, subscribe.
And be sure to
Oh, yeah.
listen to the Expedition Everest episode, which releases Monday if you weren't there for the live show, or even if you were. It's a really
That's
good
true.
one.
That's true.
Again, they guessed disco lyrics that were sent through Google Translate multiple times. It's pretty fun.
That was fun.
Come find me. That's actually scary. I promise I won't hang it over your head. So I have no stream is now over. Thank you for watching screen. So pretend this is that screen. Thank you for